Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
Batman, my favorite character.
Luca approved!
And Ray approved! Welcome back, kids.
Ray's not gonna hear this!
No, we don't talk about Batman today, Ray. Alright, kids, welcome back to We Are the Night. the Batman podcast. Star of cinema. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it's the Reaper herself.
Damn straight, Lilith Hellfire.
That's right, kids, because today we're going to be covering Batman Year 2 from Detective Comics 575 to 578.
It is the penultimate episode to the episode.
Oh, yes.
Number 69.
That's
Welcome
right, kids.
Aboard.
Yes, this week is 68, so remember, kids, 67, 68, Lilith.
69!
67, 68, Lilith Space, 70. So, yes, and of course, in a shocking breakthrough, kids, there were new Bat books this week, so we will cover some of those also.
Nah, I don't think there were. I think you're wrong.
Oh, please, the only way there's no new Bat books is if DC goes out of business.
Basically.
And even then, someone else will probably pick it. Come on, if anything gets picked up, if someone, whole thing crumbles and someone buys one thing, what's it going to be? Batman.
See, that's the thing. Batman's really not worth a lot because of those weird rights. I don't know if they've actually really sorted all the distribution stuff
Yeah, but
out.
Can someone sweep in and just like grab the merch rights over and not the whole thing?
I think so.
Because that's probably the
because like I've said previously, Marlon Wayans, he gets money off of certain things, and George Clooney does as well. So it's kind of a weird thing.
I know Marlon Wayans didn't have to do anything. I want that kind of job where you get paid to do nothing.
Who else got that deal?
Billy
Williams
D
too. Yeah.
Yeah. Fantasy camp. Kramer's whole life is a fantasy camp.
Wait a minute, what?
That's my fantasy. You work, get paid and not have to work for it.
Oh yeah. Anywho, we got a pretty cool issue to discuss today, so let's just jump into it.
Oh yeah.
I heard we had some feedback.
Yes, from Justin the Owl Osgood.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Who can get time?
All right, so, and kids, this story may sound familiar because I believe this was the inspiration for Batman Mask of the Phantasm, my favorite Batman movie.
Second favorite for me.
Oh my.
Only second to the Batman Beyond movie.
Very good. I thought
Tim.
I was gonna say I won't judge you as long as there's no nipples in whatever movie. Like,
who am I, Tyler?
Oh,
cold, wet, hard nipples.
All
if
right.
they would have done that to Superman, he would have a riot.
Mm-hmm. Fake nipples. Oh my god. All right, it's cold up. It's cold up at the North Pole. All right, kids. So it all starts Detective Comics 575 from June 1987. So I'm assuming year one was vastly popular. So they're like, hey, can we do a year two?
Lazy. And thus began the slow death march to mediocrity.
I know.
Let's not do anything new and original. If it makes money, we're going to beat it to death and then bloop it to death.
Welcome to DC Comics.
We need the money. Gimme.
All right, so Batman Year 2, Chapter 1, Fear the Reaper.
Don't fear the Reaper.
You beat me to it. All right. Writer Mike W. Barr. Penciler Alan Davis, but not for long. Inker Palmieri, colorist Adrian Roy, letterer Richard Starkings, and editor Dennis O'Neill.
He had to step away and get adult on us.
I know.
Don't call me Diddy.
All right. James Gordon has just been appointed the new police commissioner of Gotham City, and he informs the media that his department will work closely with Batman, and that for such purpose, he has installed the Bat Signal on the roof of the GCPD headquarters. The media, however, criticizes Gordon's decision, as the public sees no difference between Batman and the vigilante known as the Reaper, who used to operate in Gotham. Meanwhile, Batman continues his crusade, stopping crime and evil in all its forms. Damn jaywalkers.
Except for herself.
Oh, burn.
Burn.
Elsewhere, Rachel Caspian is glad to receive her father Judson back home after his long absence. The next day, Rachel joins Leslie Tompkins, who introduces her to Bruce Wayne, hoping that Bruce would become a benefactor for Rachel's charity organization. Bruce is charmed by Rachel's dedication to rid the world of evil, and he attempts to approach
Boobies! He
at
meant
her.
boobies.
But learns that she will soon become a nun, and he puts an end to his efforts.
I was gonna say, can we get an F in the chat? Can we get an F in the chat?
Yeah. Oh, hello, Miss Caspian. Mr. Wayne, I'm about to become a nun.
The old Osborne sad whistle.
When Rachel returns home, she is informed that her father has gone out. Judson, what a name. Judson Caspian walks the crime-ridden streets of Gotham, and upon returning home, he goes to a secret place in his house and opens a panel that reveals the Reaper's outfit inside.
See, all rich people are crazy.
What?
All rich people are crazy in Gotham.
Eccentric, Lilith. Eccentric.
Yeah, okay.
The poor people are crazy and get locked up in Arkham. The rich people are eccentric and get to run around the streets in colorful outfits.
Putting on get masks and murdering people, I know.
So, see.
It's all rape and murder, I'll tell you that.
Oh, these kids with their sexting and murder.
Oh, you don't want to know the things I've done.
Please tell me that was a clean drop. Kids and their sexting and murder.
That's a supernatural drop. That's a deep cut.
Oh my.
Either do the 6 or do the 9.
Do them both.
Hey-oh. Taking up the mantle he abandoned years ago, Judson becomes the Reaper again and resumes his unholy crusade. As soon as this happens, Batman is summoned to this GCPD, where he is informed of this new Reaper's activities. Gordon is convinced that there is someone else impersonating the former vigilante, but because of the patterns of the crimes, Batman deduces that this is the original Reaper. World's greatest detective.
And we're only in year 2.
I know. Going to Bank Street, where the Reaper was first spotted, Batman locates the Reaper about to murder some prostitutes, and he stops the killer. Man, he does not discriminate against any illegal technicalities or anything. It's like, oh, prostitution, you must die. I told you, I was making a joke, but I'm waiting for him to like gun down some jaywalkers or something. During the ensuing fight, Batman is beaten to a pulp and massacred by the Reaper, whose armor and weapons make him a formidable opponent. So I don't know, is that supposed to be armor? I'm trying to remember. Did they say in the story? It seemed like leather something. Well, it looks like leather, but hey, I don't judge. Hey, we got enough people in leather running around this city. Batman is barely able to escape.
Yeah, but she gets away with it because she's sexy.
Meow.
Meow.
But yeah, is that supposed to be armor? It seemed like leather to me for some reason.
Yeah, armor, plot armor, same.
Plot armor, yes. All right, so
it's nanites courtesy of Ray Palmer. Don't worry about it, kiddo.
I was gonna say, and we'll get to this point in a little bit, but yeah, Batman gets his ass beat by an old man. All right,
well, he does get beat up by Alfred, so
oh, hey-oh.
he's used to it.
Well, I'm saying this time it's against his will. Batman is barely able to escape alive by the sewer system. Batman manages to crawl back to Wayne Manor, where Alfred and Leslie heal his wounds until he fully recovers.
With his tail between his wings.
Upon recovering his strength, Bruce makes the decision to fight fire with fire, and he chooses to confront the Reaper using Joe Chill's gun, the same that murdered his parents, and he later retrieved from the crime scene.
Well, that escalated quickly.
See, it's a precedent. It doesn't mean we like it, but there is a precedent for him using that gun.
I know. I was gonna say, is that a call out to like the Golden Age? Maybe
it is.
Well, that escalated quickly.
I love how he loses one fight and he's like, I gotta pull out a gun, and not just any gun, the gun that murdered my parents.
And it's just like, He wasn't even old that time.
I mean, he had like a secret compartment for it and everything. I mean,
he is a big old fancy man, so you know.
I know we always talk about he has issues with those parents, but he had their murder. He had a special compartment made for the gun that killed them. I mean, does he flog himself with that thing every night or something? I mean, come on.
Well, he was more emo than we ever thought, you know?
I mean, you can't.
Matt Reeves was right.
You just can't put it down in the cave somewhere. Only 2 or 3 people know its existence at this point. But no, he has to have a fancy compartment. What was that? Like in like the giant picture frame around his parents' portrait. I'm like, oh my god.
Issues.
Every time
got issues.
I mean, I know Justin said he likes this story. I like it too, but every time I reread it, I find more and more. I'm just like, oh my.
Come on, it's Bruce. He's got issues. He should be locked up in Arkham.
But again, it's year 2. He's, at this point, he's
still
probably
healing.
He's probably winning more than he's losing. But it's like he loses one fight, and he's like, I'm gonna have to gun them all down.
It tracks. He's got that animal rage, bro. It tracks.
I mean, if they want to do like a Tales of the Dark Multiverse or something, which I think they abandoned that. I mean, do one where he doesn't give up that gun.
He just becomes Jason Todd, bro. That's how that works.
Exactly. Bane comes for him and can't break his back. She just guns him down.
Just right 2 between the eyes. Ain't fighting you. Look at you. Bang.
Barbara never gets crippled. Bang.
He just kills the Joker on first appearance. Bro!
It's not the first, but yeah, before he cripples Barbara. I mean, in certain versions of the story, he fires Dick after the Joker shoots Dick. So it's like if he guns the Joker down and Dick doesn't get hurt, does Dick stay as Robin?
Exactly. That's the multiverse I want to be a part of. I don't need no more Flashpoint Batman. Ezra Miller.
Oh, burn.
And it just might be Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and I love him. But just because I like Jeffrey Dean Morgan doesn't mean I watch Walking Dead on a regular basis. So he can only do so much.
Well, we kind of on a little break. They kind of like
aren't they giving him a spinoff like Isle of Dead or something?
Him and Maggie are getting a spinoff.
Damn, so Maggie's lived this long.
Yeah, she was out for a while. Now she's back. Yeah.
Damn.
So that's like the second.
Must love her.
That's like the second spinoff they've announced. So first there was Daryl and Carol. Now there's gonna be a Negan and Matt. I think the Negan and Matt.
They're trying to the Daryl and Carol thing. They're trying to go off that Tiger King. Same difference. Yeah.
But no, I think the Negan and Maggie thing. They said it's only gonna be like 6 episodes or something. So
yeah, cool beans.
But yeah, they go to New York.
New York City.
All right, so this issue. Okay, Bruce Wayne.
Don't pull it out unless you're going to use it. That's true for guns and penises.
See, listen, my life advice is applicable everywhere.
I know.
In every situation.
I know.
And he couldn't pull the penis out on the nun, so what is he going to do?
Pulls out the gun.
Oh, you don't want to know the things I've done.
So any other thoughts on this one, or you want to get to the next one?
Let's get to the next one because it is infinitely more interesting.
Oh, these definitely get more interesting, including the art. All right.
No shade, no tea. Just
I know.
Interesting.
I like these covers. These are some pretty
pretty nice covers on these.
Modern comics could never.
Oh no, never. Well, yeah, they would, but they'd be like foil or something. Not
Yeah,
even.
exactly.
No. You know what? No, that was the 90s. This would be like 20 different variants on each issue.
Oh god.
Oh, did you see? I guess the upcoming run. I guess is it when Chip takes over? I guess Jock's doing a bunch of variants, and like the variants were gonna have like rainbow foil or something. But now they switch it to gold foil or something. Because
Why are
Batman's
they
king.
trying to make no tea, no shade, no offense? Why are they trying to make Jock a thing again?
I don't know.
For Batman of all things, I was like, I could see if it was Green Arrow, but for Batman, okay.
All right, so maybe more contractual obligations, love.
Maybe.
Detective Comics 576, July 1987. Batman Year 2, Chapter 2, Deal with the Devil. Writer Mike W. Barr again. New penciler Todd McFarlane. Yes, a young man you may have heard of.
Hey, it's better to be with the devil you know than the devil you don't.
You got it. So yeah, Todd McFarlane, penciler, inker Alfredo Alcala, colorist Adrian Roy, letterer Augustin Moss, and editor Denny O'Neil.
Can I be honest? Can we be honest here? Can we just say that McFarlane's art suits a Batman book more than a Spider-Man book? I mean, it's iconic. The Spider-Man stuff's iconic in its own way, but I feel like McFarlane was made for DC. When he goes on to do Spawn, you kind of see that DC was more his.
I mean, I think Spider-Man was. I mean, I think you could see a little bit in the Spider-Man, but definitely this Batman story, you could see him training for Spawn. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's weird. It's like, okay, so already at the second part, we've switched penciler, inker, and letterer.
Hey man, we used to have much more of a rotating cast back in the day. They didn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Now it's like, oh, we'll give you 25 issues, and then, you know, we got to reboot to a number one, so you're out of here. Or sometimes, in the case, we'll just reboot shit number one, and you can stick around.
I know. Oh, did you see? I guess the next issue of Spider-Woman's the last one.
What the F?
Yeah.
Are they rebooting it?
No word yet, because I was asking Ray, host of.
I know for a fact that book does pretty well, so that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know, because I guess they confirmed it with the artist and everything. Yeah, because there was no solicits coming up, and
interesting.
Unless they reboot it and do something different with it, because I think she was headed to the Madripoor, so.
As Charlie would say, that's an interesting artistic choice.
I know, if that book's doing good, why the F are they canceling it?
Maybe they want her more in line, like, to actually be part of the Spider family? I don't know. I think that's the draw for a lot of people, though, is that she's not technically like a legacy character or anything. She's her own thing.
Yeah.
That's an interesting artistic choice.
Guess we'll see. That's
unless they're rebooting to bring in a new creative team, but I don't know why.
Why would you?
Yeah, no.
Don't fix it.
I mean, if nothing else, it inspired a podcast. Come on, you idiots. But yeah, I asked Ray what they were going to do. They might cover some old stuff for now.
They have a lot of back stuff they could cover, probably.
Oh yeah. All right, let's get back to Batman. Let's not leave Ray on the edge of his seat.
Batman, my favorite character. Into the Dark Knight, all to do with Batman.
All to do with Batman.
He better do it.
You
know what? I'm gonna go over and leave some feedback on Into the Night. The original Moon Knight podcast.
All right, I think we might have to pre-record our intro for this show. It's like, welcome back to We Are the Night.
Into the Dark Knight, all to do with Batman.
Maybe just cut it up so We Are the Night and just all to do about Batman.
Yes, please do.
Oh, man. All right, the crime rampage of the Reaper continues in Gotham City, and the police department are unable to stop him from murdering criminals or even their own men. Meanwhile, Batman has recovered from his last encounter with the Reaper and has been honing his marksmanship skills with Joe Chill's gun.
He's like, ooh, these guns feel good. They feel nice. I told you Bruce Wayne has a small penis.
There's at least 2 drops in there. Thank you. Ooh, these guns feel good. They feel nice. And then Bruce Wayne has a small penis.
Oh, that'd be perfect for next episode, actually.
Oh. Well, it doesn't matter the size of the gun, Lilith. We know he's not shooting blanks. Hey, oh.
He is. He's a cockhole for the last damn time. He just doesn't
Oh,
want to admit it. That's why he doesn't spend time with Damien. He ships him off. He doesn't care if he plays with guns and has bad influences. He lets Jason beat him up. I'm just saying, he knows that's not his kid. He's just like, I just can't let him have the League of Assassins, you know?
stay tuned for Shadow War, kids. maybe they'll pull the trigger on that.
I mean, clearly clearly Batman's a bad dad. Clearly.
I could see them doing what you said and making that Damien Deathstroke's kid, because one, I could see them thinking, oh, him having a kid that ages him, and then two,
and
it's
they
like,
really want to make Deathstroke a part of the Bat family so bad.
Exactly, and then
Deathstroke's my stepdad. Hey-o!
hey-oh, and then you'd be like, oh, they're sick of people calling Bruce a deadbeat dad and stuff. So
I'm just saying. Not that Slade's any better. I mean, he does make all his kids crazy. Literally every last one of them are absolutely bat guano crazy. But
so stay tuned, kids. After Shadow War, the Damien's Robin series is going to be rebooted and retitled as My Two Dads.
Somebody get Paul Reiser on the phone. I understood that reference.
I knew you would.
Nobody knows the other guy, though. Nobody remembers the other guy. Just Paul Reiser. It's like the guy in Bosom Buddy. Nobody remembers that guy.
Oh, Peter Scolari.
I do.
Yeah. I was going to say the Three Tenors, that other guy.
Exactly. It's like the Migos. It's like Quavo and the other guys.
All right, so let's get back to this. All right, so he's practicing with Joe Chill's gun, the same he retrieved in his childhood from the crime scene where his parents were murdered. His decision to use a firearm is disturbing to Leslie Tompkins. Yeah, they can.
Phil, we didn't do the prerequisite. Bruce has got a gun.
Don't pull it out unless you're going to use it. That's true for guns and penises.
Talking about meat is so natural for Bruce.
I agree.
So Leslie's okay with him beating up poor people, but not shooting them. Okay. Who finally decides to look for an apartment in order to stay away from Wayne Manor. Oh!
It's getting dark, bro. It's getting dark.
As she makes this decision, she asks Alfred to cancel her lunch date with Rachel Caspian, but Bruce offers to replace Leslie on the dates.
Leave that nun alone.
She ain't gonna be a nun if he has anything to say about it. She can offer up prayers to God every couple days. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about your Hail Marys. Hell.
Ew. At that moment, Rachel is preparing to go outside, and she has a conversation with her father, Judson, who can't help but remember the dreadful night in which his wife was murdered by a crook, forcing him to become the Reaper. So this is
water.
Not only is this early prototype for Phantasm, is this early prototype for Flashpoint Batman?
Absolutely.
So yeah, kids, important story. I mean, yes, ridiculous as it may be, it's inspired at least two other stories in two different medium.
And also, honestly, let's be honest, that's kind of where they got Batman Beyond from.
Oh, true, yeah.
So.
Except this time, he's not never again.
Exactly.
After telling Rachel that everything he does is for her, he leaves her to continue her day. At noon, Rachel goes to the meeting place and is shocked to find Bruce Wayne instead of Leslie.
She's
Bruce
like, oh, my ovaries.
Thank you for the drop. Bruce explains the situation, and the two of them go on a date where Rachel learns more about the true depth of Bruce, that there are none.
Exactly. Careful. You might get fridged. Careful.
Don't dive head first. There's no depth there. When Rachel realizes that Bruce and her father are very similar, more than you know, she gives in to Bruce's approaches, and
she got daddy issues. Daddy issue alert.
And they make out as a result of their mutual attraction. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, somebody's got daddy issues. Well, both of them have daddy issues. That's why they make such a good couple.
Oof.
That night, Batman visits Commissioner Gordon at the GCPD headquarters and tells him that his actions will probably put them at odds, but that deep down he will remain true to their friendship. Don't
Cause
be
I
mad.
love you, boo. Cause I love you, boo.
Don't be mad, boo.
Well, that and Batman has promised him a fortune should he die. You know, for the GCPD to be militarized.
Mary,
If you know, you know. If you know the story I'm talking about.
This warning is not taken seriously by Gordon, and he starts planning the capture of an important criminal from Metropolis who's bound to arrive in Gotham. Come get your boy, Superman. Gordon and some of his men prepared to capture Johnny Hamer as soon as he steps down from his airplane, but the Reaper beats them to the place. Gordon and the police try to stop Reaper, but they are in turn challenged and stopped by Batman, who shoots at Gordon's gun, forcing him to drop the weapon. A new confrontation between Batman and Reaper starts, but the Dark Knight is once again unable to defeat the Reaper. Instead, he takes Hamer out of danger, away from the place. The police regret not being able to capture Hamer, and when they attempt to stop the Reaper, they fail as the crook also manages to escape. Left empty-handed, the police retreat from the scene, confused about Batman's behavior, and Gordon feels betrayed. Elsewhere, a criminal meeting is taking place, and all the important crooks in the city realize their profits have decreased since the appearance of the Reaper. Duh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Don't mess with nobody's money.
Oh, no. No. Oh, yeah. Don't
As
mess
Rihanna would say, bitch better have my money.
We need the money. Gimme.
You mean as Moon Knight would say?
Where's my effing money, nerd?
Where's my money, Dracula? Effing nerd.
Or,
see, Ray,
you know, he once said that to Doom. He went all the way over to
Oh.
He's like, for the $200? You're crazy.
No, that was Luke Cage.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, Moon Knight has fought Doom before, but no, that was Luke Cage. Oh, no. He's like, you give me the money.
Yeah, Doom owes a lot of people money, actually. That's how you know he's a pauper prince. I'm just saying.
You saying he's a bad businessman?
Bad businessman, college dropout. The list goes on. It's a reason Sue didn't want to mess with him.
Doom had that horrible reality show. Wait.
Nice.
Thank you. If you know, you know. The criminals get anxious when Hamer doesn't appear at the scheduled time, but the criminal makes his appearance when Batman drops the thug among the rest of them. Batman makes the criminals a proposition of working together in order to capture and stop the Reaper. The crooks are unsure at first, but seeing how they have little options left, they accept Batman's proposal. However, the criminals give Batman a special partner, Joe Chill, the man who killed his parents, starting it all.
Well, that escalated quickly.
It's like, you idiots, it's what I wanted.
Yes, kids, you know it's the end of an issue when you hear it.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Classy. All right, Lilith, what did you think?
Woo! That escalated quickly for sure.
Yes. Okay. This story was erased from continuity by the events of 0 Hour. That's why Lilith likes 0 Hour.
That's the only thing I don't like about 0 Hour.
Oh, but years later, Infinite Crisis restored some elements of Batman's history. Mostly because, I think 0 Hour wiped away Joe Chill, and then Infinite Crisis brought him back. Again, that's why I said every crisis or every other crisis, they always flip-flop. It's like he doesn't know who killed his parents. All of a sudden, Joe Chill killed his parents again. Then he doesn't know again.
It's exhausting. I know.
All right. So, thoughts on this, or should we move on to the next one?
Oh, yes. The best. We saved the best for last, obviously, because that's how that works.
What? We got 2 issues left there.
I know.
Okay. All right. So, look, who does he think he is? Daredevil hugging this statue on the cover to 577?
Nice.
Detective Comics 577, August 1987. We're rapidly approaching Lilith Hellfire's first birthday. And we are. Let me see.
And it'll only be 2 more years before I actually learn how to read. So.
Oh my. And let me see. Oh yes, and so it's been a few months since my 9th birthday, and even more since Ray's.
Not that much, but we give the old man
2 months. It's 2 months.
It's like,
all
let
right.
me have this.
I know. Hey, he gets 2 Quasar figures. F him. All right, so yeah, but Detective 577, Batman Year 2, Chapter 3, Deadly Allies. I believe the team might be the same, except another letterer, our old buddy, John Costanza. Oh my God, have you been listening to Trapped in a World? I think we got Noel doing that now.
Nice.
He goes, John Costanza.
Can't stand you.
You're welcome, Noel. All right. Leslie Tompkins finds Batman at the Gotham Cemetery near his parents' grave, of course, seeking forgiveness for
Is it
allying.
that time of year already?
That time of month, Lil. It's Batman's time of the month, Lil. Come on. You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
But yeah, seeking forgiveness for allying himself with Joe Chill, the man who murdered them. Although Leslie still holds hope for Bruce, he has to work with the killer in order to stop the Reaper. Moments later, Batman joins Chill and they go on their first mission to recruit undercover agents by force. Their plan is successful, even though Batman is forced to tolerate Chill's use of lethal force to deal with their enemies. After their mission, Chill joins the rest of the Gotham organized crime and they plan the elimination of Batman once the Reaper has been dealt with.
Obviously.
I know. They're plotting the downfall of Batman. Who are they, Ray?
Nice.
What the F?
The next day, the Gotham City Police Department learn of a certain exchange taking place at night, and they prepared a plan to capture the Reaper, as it will surely attract the attention of the criminal. Meanwhile, Bruce Wayne and Leslie Tompkins go on a lunch date with Rachel and Judson Caspian, during which Bruce shows genuine interest in Rachel.
They were on a break.
After he successfully convinced her to drop out of the yeah, he better date her if he got her to drop out of the convent.
Exactly.
However, as the date comes to an end, Bruce and Judson apologize for having to leave as both of them have other matters to attend as Batman and the Reaper. Okay, is this the one where they shows them ripping their shirts open? Like, okay, here's another problem. Bruce, it looks like Bruce has that Batman costume under his tux or whatever. And then you get that 2-mile long cape, McFarlane cape. I'm like, he hid that whole entire cape under there. Okay.
He's got the best tailor in town, bro.
I don't know, but I'm like, even if he kept it in the trunk, of his car, good Lord.
It's kind of like, the actual newest Batman movie. It's like, really? You had all that in your little bag?
The only sack I want to be hit in the face with.
Who are you, Charlie Esser? That whole costume in that backpack.
I mean, honestly, seriously, you saw that cape, that ugly godforsaken cape.
Well, I know. And his flying squirrel costume. Yeah, I know.
Exactly. Oh my God, I didn't even bring that up on the freaking movie thing.
I mean, come on, just do the cape. If it's good enough for Kristen Bale, it's good enough for you.
Oh, good for you.
Nice. And how did I feel like that was coming? How did I know?
Hey-oh.
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 Come.
During the criminal exchange at night, Batman and Chill wait patiently as their undercover agents lure the Reaper into their well-prepared trap. Unfortunately, they didn't expect interference from the GCPD, who... Batman's like, oh, wait, Gordon's competent without me?
Surprise, sucker!
Who arrive at the scene almost at the same time as the Reaper shows up. When Batman and Chill notice the Reaper's presence, they go into action and the police notify them in turn, forcing the entire SWAT team to burst into the place. The derelict building becomes a war zone, a la Batman Year 1, as everyone fights among each other. Batman and Chill seek to stop the Reaper, but the police's efforts to stop them all make it impossible to get the villain. One of the bullets hits a gas tank, creating a big explosion and gives the Reaper the chance to escape. See, kids, remember that construction site from Mask of the Phantasm? With the police knocked unconscious, Batman is forced to save Chill from certain death. although he is still determined to make him his next victim once the Reaper is stopped. Oh, God. So everyone's planning on murdering everyone once this is over.
Of course, as you do.
All right, Lil. Thoughts on 3?
That's a lot of meat.
Ayo!
I just love all the petty plotting and mechanisms. I really, truly do.
Again, it's like, yeah, everyone's plotting on killing Batman. Batman's plotting on killing Chill. Gordon doesn't know what the hell's going on.
He's like, how did
Come on, get your head out of your butt, buddy.
He's like, how did it turn out like this? Y'all used to be so simple. I'd turn on the bat light and crime would get worse, thus keeping my job.
Oh my.
Think
okay.
about it.
Looking at some of these notes here. On the Underworld Club attacked by Batman and Chill, there's a poster of the heavy metal band Black Sabbath. This reference was included by Todd McFarlane as a longtime fan of the group.
Nice.
Yes. Oh, and then on page 13, there's a dialogue balloon which belongs to Rachel Caspian, but is incorrectly placed on Leslie Tompkins. The mistake was fixed on the digital versions of this issue.
Sure.
And of course, kids, this was reprinted all over the place.
Because it's Batman.
Batman Year 2, Batman Year 2 Fear the Reaper, and Batman Year 2 30th Anniversary Deluxe Edition.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, there was at least 3 different reprintings of this, kids, and trade. So, and it's on DC Universe Infinite. So yeah, you have no excuse for not reading this, except for maybe our Australian friends, because I don't believe they have DC Infinite yet.
Still, really?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think a couple of episodes back on Last Sons, they were talking about that. They were supposed to have it by like last spring, I think, and they still don't have it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Way to go, DC. Are they waiting for that merger?
Probably.
I mean, at this point, I'm sure.
Can't keep blaming everything on the merger, though. Jeez.
I know. Not a year ago they couldn't. All right. Any other thoughts, or should we get to the last issue?
Oh no, this is a good, solid story. Let's get to the last issue. See how fast we're whipping through this, bro?
Lil's like, see how much I love it? We're getting through this as fast as possible.
Well, like, I'm not getting bogged down by the details and stuff. I don't have to fill in commentary with dick jokes.
Whoa! Wow,
That's the secret.
Someone got mature all of a sudden. Wonder which one of us that is.
This podcast is rated teen plus.
Lil, it's like, I don't need a dick coming out of my mouth every time.
I'll leave that for Phil.
Hey-oh! Wait, what? How dare you?
Power of the penis.
That's right. Don't get on my bad side, Lil Hellfire.
Try to donkey punch me now, bitch.
Batman's saying.
Exactly. He's like, it was an old man? Oh, God, I gotta get in shape.
I know. Or, hey, Bruce, she's going to be a nun. Quit hitting on her.
I'm going to the hole on principle.
Exactly.
Why does a man climb a mountain? Because it's there.
I'm going to the hole on principle.
All right. So, yes, final part, Detective Comics 578 from September 1987. Batman Year 2, Chapter 4, So Shall Ye Reap.
He reaps, baby. He reaps.
Oh. Mike W. Barr writer, penciler, and inker Todd McFarlane.
He's like, get out of here. I need the money. Gimme.
It seems like
You need the money. Gimme.
Colors Adrian Roy, letter Todd Klein, and of course, Dennis O'Neill. All right. The plan to eliminate the Reaper failed, and the Gotham organized crime is none too pleased with Joe Chill, who is responsible for carrying out the mission along with Batman. However, Chill promises to eliminate them both next time, and the thugs arrange a second meeting on the night of the upcoming Friday. Unaware of this, the Reaper listens. Unaware to them, the Reaper listens to their entire conversation, and he soon told the information about the meeting to a police informant so that the criminals are captured. Elsewhere, Bruce Wayne goes on a date with Rachel Caspian, much to Alfred and Leslie's joy. Oh, he won them over.
Oh, yeah.
Are they just like, oh hey, he's getting it on the regular? Maybe Batman's on his way out the door.
Batman's getting laid.
Who is he, Jimmy?
Exactly.
Don't touch Batman. Batman can jump. Oh my god, how funny would that be if he referred to himself in the third person?
I mean, he kind of does, but that's just between us.
The Batman wants information, you scumbag. Wait, I thought you were Batman. The Batman is the Batman. During the
But Batman's happy for Gary.
Batman likes spicy chicken.
Batman's getting upset. No. Oh my god, Batman is George Costanza confirmed.
Batman likes Elaine. Batman's gonna put the moves on Rachel.
No, not you, Rachel Dawes. Sit down.
I know. All right, but during the date, Bruce proposes to Rachel, and she agrees to marry him.
What the F?
Well, he's got money. Come on.
Money.
He's got beat many people every night and get away with it kind of money, Lilith. Come on.
Exactly.
The night of Friday, Commissioner Gordon has arranged a massive raid of the criminals' hideout after the information provided to them. Gordon and his men go into action, capturing several criminals and forcing more of them to attempt a desperate escape through the back door, where the Reaper...
Whoa!
Whoa!
A little too personal there.
Where the... What?
That was a little too personal there.
What, you feeling called out or something? Jeez.
No, not me.
Trying to donkey punch me now, bitch.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know what's going on.
Neither do I. No one's in control, kids. The bus is out of control. Speaking of a Batman.
Driving the bus.
You're Batman.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. That should be our new intro. Just George Costanza going, you're Batman. You're right. That's right. I'm Batman. I need that. Find me that. Someone find me that. So yeah, they go out the back door where the Reaper is waiting for them. The leader of the criminals is killed by the Reaper, and a massive confrontation starts between the GCPD, organized crime, and the Reaper. Batman arrives in the middle of the fight and uses one of the GCPD's vehicles to break in, putting an end to the fight. The entire building collapses, and the police can only rescue a few criminals after the incident. Most
and
of
he
which
wants to be their latex salesman. How dare he? What was your
I can produce Keith Hernandez with. He can produce Keith Hernandez within the hour. But there must have been a second spitter. See, she thinks she can throw for a loop on Seinfeld. No, she can't.
Nobody's trying to throw you for a loop on Seinfeld, Phil. We are all products of the 90s, okay?
I mean, pretty much nonstop from the 90s until now. I have not stopped reading comics or watching Seinfeld. So
that explains so much. About
Serenity now, Hoochie Mama. But yeah, so they all blame Batman for their downfall. Having learned that Batman was working on the good side of the law all along, Gordon summons Batman with the bat signal to apologize for believing he was part of the criminals.
He's like, sorry, boo, I didn't believe in you.
Sends him some roses. However, Batman
Kiss from a rose, perhaps?
Oh! On the grave.
Could you imagine that being your biggest hit song and it's from a damn Batman original soundtrack?
I know. I think, don't they? I thought I heard somewhere when he does live concert, that's like every other song is "Kiss from a Rose."
See, I didn't even know he had other songs. If I'm being honest, like
he does, but I think that's like the only one that like most people know is that song.
It's like, all right, we can go home now.
I mean, do you remember? I don't think you go anywhere in 1995 without hearing that song. Anywhere there was music, you heard that song.
Yeah, yes. MTV, yes.
Oh yeah, you just walk. You're in an elevator, anywhere. You just heard that song. However, Batman is busy as he gets ready to kill Joe Chill. Before doing that, he visits Rachel Caspian and tells her that after one last act, he will be forever hers.
Oh my God, isn't that always how it goes? I just got one more last job to do.
Oh yeah, truer last words. After that, Batman goes to Chill's place and waits until the crook recovers from the confrontation at the hideout. When he learns that all the mob bosses are gone and the Reaper is presumed dead, Chill decides to leave Gotham. But Batman has one last request. The Dark Knight takes Chill to Crime Alley, oh God, where he reveals his identity to him, oh, you're dead, and gets ready to eliminate Chill with his own gun.
Oh, sweet irony.
I know. Even though, even up to the point he takes him to Crime Alley, Chill's like, "What is this?" And that's when Bruce has to rip off that mask. He's like, "No, because I am there."
It was me, Barry.
I was waiting for what's his face from Batman Beyond, where Bruce just whips off his mask and says, "You killed my parents," and was waiting for Chill to say, "You know how little that narrows it down."
Exactly.
However, Chill is shot by the Reaper before Batman could pull the trigger. So that's interesting. So would Bruce have pulled that trigger?
Hell yeah, he would. He was so angry back then, though. You know what
I
I
mean? So I mean, technically, he would have been a killer if the Reaper hadn't stepped in.
You're welcome.
I know. And after learning his secret identity, the Reaper challenges Batman to one final fight at the top of the construction site of the Wayne Foundation.
That sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm. Batman meets the Reaper, and this time he gets the upper hand in the fight using his own weapons against him and easily defeats the villain. Again, Bruce, had you waited 5 minutes, you didn't have to pull that gun out. Hey, well, you could have just beat him. But no, he pulled that gun out and he had to use it.
Don't pull it out unless you're going to use it. That's true for guns and penises.
Yep.
Don't get a gun to a batarang fight, kids.
You'll lose every time.
That's right. The Reaper stumbles and almost falls off the edge of the building. He gets a hold of a loose girder. With his mask removed, the Reaper's identity is revealed as Judson Caspian, and Batman tries to help the man. Caspian realizes Batman has no problem using guns, and he tells him that the Reaper is no longer needed, as Batman will make a fine replacement. With these last words, Judson breaks loose from the girder and falls from the top of the building to his death. Can you imagine? Yeah, kid, keep killing and take care of my daughter.
Who are you, Captain Stacy?
I know, except it's kill them all and take care of my daughter. He didn't even say anything about the daughter. He was just like, yeah, keep killing.
Well, we knew where his priorities were.
Exactly. I guess he figured, it's like, hey, it's Playboy Bruce Wayne. Of course he's going to take care of my daughter, but...
Nice.
Can you imagine if, just the Reaper killed himself after saying that, and then Bruce was like, you know what, I'm done. The whole Batman thing, I'm done. I'm just going to marry his daughter and just throw,
He's like, I don't want that to be me, old, desperate man. But guess what? Too late. Can't fight your destiny, buddy.
Exactly. In the aftermath, Batman takes Joe Chill's gun and buries it under the base of the Wayne Foundation. Yeah, he throws it in where they're going to pour the foundation. Never to touch it again, Hale. Moments later, Bruce Wayne goes to Rachel's place, where the press has created a massive crowd after learning that Judson Caspian was the Reaper. Bruce gets in the house and talks to Rachel, who's devastated after learning the news. In order to atone for the sins of her father, Rachel decides to become a nun as she had first planned, officially ending her engagement with Bruce.
Duh.
Later, Bruce takes Leslie to the new building he constructed for her. The Thomas Wayne Memorial Clinic is the place where Bruce hopes Leslie will continue her work, helping those in need. Well, he will also continue his crusade against evil in the dark. Then we get that big Todd McFarlane splash page of him swinging away with that 20-foot cape.
It was the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the 80s, but still.
Well, we were revving up for the 90s. So, yeah, Lilith.
It's a lot to take in. It's an interesting thing. I mean, at this point in Batman, we've done everything but this. So...
And I know we complain when modern comics take their good old time getting to the point, but you think 4 issues was enough for this? Did it seem a little rushed? Because I mean, the last issue they get engaged and she breaks it off all in one issue.
But that's just classic, 80s.
Goodness. Yeah, but I'm like, it's like you you tug at
We
the
all knew it
heartstrings.
wasn't gonna really happen.
Oh, we know it was going to happen, but you tug at the heartstrings a little more. Like, say they get engaged in the second one, and then all this
Yeah, but
goes
she's
down.
also a female character. We don't really care that much about female characters at the end.
Oh yeah, it is 1987. Yeah,
Yeah.
about Cripple Barbara. That's right. Yeah,
exactly. Hate
You
to
know.
be the one to say it, but yeah.
It all goes down in the last issue. Like her father.
Oh, too soon, buddy. Too soon.
I know. But yeah, just that gun. Oh my god. There's a sequel to this.
No.
It's like a one issue, like I think it's like oversized special. Oh yeah.
Oh.
The
Oh
Reaper.
yeah, no. I do know that. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
Because it is in that one collection because I have it downstairs. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't read that one very often. It's not as good as this one. I'll
Yeah, no. Like I said, it's only like one issue, one like oversized issue. Yeah.
Clearly somebody was pressed for a deadline, so
trying to cash in.
Oh yeah, they're like, oh well, we can do this.
So what do we think? Good? Not so good?
I think it's an interesting idea, but it's just not necessarily what I wanted from Batman. If you know what I mean.
You know what? I think you're right. The idea is good. I don't know if the execution was as good as it could have been.
I don't think it was the right time for the story, honestly. Like this just
when you
look back at it, it just feels way too soon for them to been that desperate for click. It's like clickbait, basically.
Well, when was year one? Wasn't that like the beginning of 87 or something?
Yeah.
So they did year two the same year as year one. Yeah, it's like, slow down, slow your roll, bro. At least wait till next year to do that,
Yeah.
Because I think they waited for year three until 89, maybe.
Yeah. When they needed to, fill their coffers. Oh, let's do another Batman continuation of that story everybody loves.
But at least the year three made a little more sense because it was like dove into like Dick's backstory too and stuff. But yeah, like I said, I think the better version of this story is Mask of the Phantasm.
Oh well, obviously it's a masterpiece.
And if you were familiar with this story, they faked out with Mask of the Phantasm because they tried to make you think it was the father in Mask of the Phantasm.
Surprise, sucker!
But yeah, Batman couldn't beat an old man.
It wouldn't be his first time, ain't gonna be his last time.
Hey, well, but that's what I'm like. I'm like, no one can stop the Reaper in this story. I'm like, he's an old man. I'm like, at least give us, he's high on venom or something.
I was gonna say plot twist, venom and Lazarus pit water and the will to live, baby.
All you needed was like one panel of like, I traveled the world and I, he discovered a Lazarus pit or something. But no, nothing. It's just. And again, I'm trying to remember, did they give a time frame like how long ago he was the Reaper? It seemed like at least a decade or two.
Yeah, so exactly. They're like, we're gonna be as unspecific as possible.
So I was trying to like do the math. I'm like, this guy has to be like at least 30 years older than Bruce at this point. Like say Bruce is somewhere in his 20s. I figured Caspian had to be in like his 50s.
Don't think too hard about it.
I know. All right. So should we get to Justin's feedback?
Yes, let's.
I'm curious because I haven't listened to this yet because he said this is one of his favorite stories. So, all right, kids. Yes, here's one of our patrons, Justin, and once again, thank you to our patrons, Justin, Russell, and Ray. Even though Ray will never hear this. So yeah, this is Justin from the Tomes of Evil podcast and the new Gamma Charge Hulk podcast, and which I'm sure he'll plug in both of those in this feedback because
he's a professional.
I was going to say they plug almost as much as we do.
Yikes!
Here on the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast. All right, kids. So yes, here's Justin's thoughts on Batman Year 2.
Hello, Phil and Lilith.
Hello, Justin.
This is Justin the Owl Osgood, your pal from Tomes of Evil, comic book supervillain podcast, and Gamma Charge,
Told you.
The Incredible Hulk podcast, here to give you my thoughts about the incredible Batman storyline from 1987, Year 2. I think this is honestly one of my all-time favorite Batman stories. If I had to pick a top 5, this would definitely be in it.
Oh my.
I was I think 12 or 13 when I first read this story in 1990. It was collected in a trade paperback, and I just loved it so much. I read it over and over again, and it's in very beat up shape still to this day, as is all the comics that I love very much. But I love everything about this story, honestly. The art, the concepts. I love the fact that we have Bruce going up against the very first, well, not the first vigilante of Gotham City, because that was Alan Scott, but the next one, his direct predecessor as the crime fighter of Gotham, who took off and was in Europe for a while and doing his own thing, and then came back to Gotham when Batman was just starting, and decided he didn't like the way that Gotham City had turned out in his absence and wanted to do something about it. And in typical hardline fashion, became the Reaper again. And I love the character of the Reaper. I think that's a great design for a character. The costume was excellent. The whole theme of the character, just this guy that has an unending, burning hatred in his heart because of the loss of his wife. It's very interesting because in a lot of ways, he's kind of like what Bruce could have become if he had gone down a different path. And you get to see that as the story progresses and as Bruce discovers that he needs to make an alliance to stop the Reaper and comes across Joe Chill, the man who murdered his parents. You get to see as he's going through this alliance with Joe Chill and dealing with all this shady underworld stuff that Bruce is kind of starting to realize he's skirting the line of when Judson Caspian crossed the line as the Reaper. He's starting to come into that territory himself, into that very gray area. And towards the end of the storyline, it's completely muddled because as he confronts Joe Chill with the gun that murdered his parents, and he's got it pressed right up against his forehead, I think that's one of the closest times we ever see Bruce to actually taking somebody else's life. And I love too in that very climactic moment how we never see how it could have turned out, because the Reaper is the one who actually murders Joe Chill and blows his head off. So we never actually get to see what could have happened if that moment had played out a few moments longer. Would Bruce have pulled the trigger? Would he have been pushed to that point of no return and taken the ultimate vengeance for his parents' lives? We'll never know. I think that's one of my favorite aspects of this story, is that unanswered question. I also love Caspian's daughter Rachel as the love interest for Bruce. In a lot of ways, I think she's kind of the perfect romantic interest for him in a lot of ways, especially because of her kind of religious leanings and how innocent and pure she is. She could have definitely, if she had stayed around in Bruce's life, I think that she could have balanced out some of his darker edges. But of course, we won't ever see that happen because that would be too happy.
And we never
Bruce
saw
doesn't
her
get
again.
happy endings, as we know. So yeah, I can't say enough good things about this story. Honestly, I just love it. I love it from beginning to end, and I still do. I still rate it very highly. The art too, perfect, so perfect. I have to say I am more of a fan of Alan Davis than Todd McFarlane, but in some of this early Todd McFarlane stuff, especially when Alfredo Alcala was doing the inks, there's some real magical dark stuff going on there. There's a scene when Joe Chill's lighting a panel rather, where Joe Chill is lighting one of his cigarettes, and he says, "We make a pretty good team, huh?" That's such a striking image. I love that. And there were a lot of really good, memorable images throughout this story. But yeah, I would have to say I preferred the Alan Davis issues over the other ones, just because he's more my kind of artist.
Human proportions.
But anyway, yeah, that's all the feedback I had. Just wanted to share my thoughts. And also I had a recommendation. I'm not sure if either one of you have heard of this story, but there's actually a thematic sequel to Year 2,
Yes.
which is called Full Circle. And
Yep.
that came out in 1991. Also written by Mike Barr and drawn by Alan Davis. That kind of deals with the successor to the Reaper's mantle. And it's really interesting who it is. If you guys haven't read that, I would definitely recommend it. It's fantastic. And if you ever cover it on the show, I'd love to come on and talk about it.
You
Shamelessly.
got it, buddy.
But anyway, we'll talk to you guys soon. Hope you're having fun discussing Batman Year 2. Can't wait to hear your thoughts on this story. And hopefully some other people's as well. And we'll talk to you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Lil's like, damn it, now we got to cover the sequel because Justin wants to. Yeah, Justin.
I don't mind it.
Justin, when we do that, yes, you're more than welcome to join us. Yeah, and like I said, I have the one of the collections downstairs. I think it might be the one after yours, or it's one of the ones after yours. Yeah, they collect this story and that Full Circle one together in one book. So.
Yeah, I don't mind it. It's just not as good for me.
Yeah,
we're going back to this well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it has nothing to do with the Caspians really, and yeah. But yeah, it is kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's something different for Batman. Like,
yeah.
I like when they delve into like the psychological parts because he's absolutely crap insane.
And okay, Justin, are you trying to be Ray Vigilante? We have one fancy man here, and that's Ray.
Don't tell Charlie.
Oh, well, he says he's not a fancy man. Remember?
Lies. They're all
lies. we have a classy fancy man in Ray.
The hard master.
Yikes.
Exciting times to be a pimp.
All right, you want to get some new Bat books?
We have to. There's so many, bro.
I mean, I got 6 in my hands.
Yeah, same.
I got 6 in my hands. All right. Hey-o.
You're doing better than average at that point.
Hail! Oh,
that's scientifically proven. Don't at me.
Nice.
Where shall we start first, Captain?
All right, Kristen.
Speaking of which, have you seen the news about Strange Worlds? They're gonna have James Kirk in season 2, but it's that guy from Vampire Diaries.
Strange New Worlds season 1 hasn't come out yet. They're already doing 2.
We all know he's going to be in season 1. They're just because the footage leaked, they have to say that it was season 2.
Oh yeah.
So everybody's trying to like figure out the timeline. I'm like, well, technically in the Paramount universe, we're kind of going off the Calvin timeline. So
I mean, I was happy with just Anson Mount as Pike in Discovery, so that would have been fine with me. But yeah, actually, I guess they got to bring in Kirk.
Well, and Shatner actually officially passed the torch and stuff, so it's definitely an end of an era.
Wonder if he's gonna make. Wonder if he wants to make a cameo like Nimoy did in that.
Probably be his dad or something. Honestly,
movies. Oh, maybe. I want to change the timeline like Spock did.
Exactly.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Kristen and I talked last night, but did you read Nightwing 90?
I did, and I actually did enjoy your guys' coverage of it.
Oh.
Yeah, I listened a little bit.
But yeah,
I fell asleep.
The
issues to 100. What are we gonna do for 100? Like the issues have been so good. Like I don't like. You know what I mean?
A wedding.
Okay. I mean, yeah, sure.
I mean, Kristen thinks it's too soon, but I'm like, no, just do the wedding.
Yeah, it is too soon.
Because supposedly in 92 they talk about they're going to sit down and talk about their relationship. So.
Okay.
No. So yeah. Don't worry, kids. But yes, we fridge Babs in this issue. I love. She's like, I've been fridged. But yeah, I love.
The first time ain't gonna be the last time, sister.
I know. I love the relationship between Dick and Wally, and
Yeah, like I missed that from the Titans and stuff.
Oh yeah, and I think Tom Taylor got like the good like the flavor of like Wally's book in here with Linda and the kids and stuff.
Yeah, I like seeing see that's the thing I'm talking about. Like, you can tell that he's a fan of the characters because he wants to see them grow because he knows that's what the fandom has grown up with them. We're that age. We're at that stage in our life. We don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's like another. He's like another Tim Seeley. He gets these characters. Yeah,
exactly.
But yeah, really good, especially that ending. I was like, oh man, I want to see more of this.
Yeah.
I just love when it's the KG Beast and Wally's just like, oh, a bunch of Dick's friends wanted to get their hands on you, and I'm glad I'm the guy who gets to do it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it's kind of weird how, like, you know, Nightwing is like, he's kind of turning into Bruce a little bit, in that Nightwing is the main personality, and I don't know how I feel about that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's something that I'm not sure about right now.
Again, we have so much oversaturation of Batman and stuff. I mean, and especially, are we gonna, like, are we trying to push Dick? I always said that, why aren't they pushing Nightwing more? In different media, more merch and stuff. I'm like,
but I don't want him to be Batman-like, because that defeats the purpose of Dick. You know what I mean? Being better than Batman.
Yeah,
yeah. Pitfalls and all that.
All I'm saying is, yeah, he has the skills of Batman, but like I always say, he's not a jerk about it.
Exactly.
He gets along with people. He likes having friendships. He can have humor.
He's a better dad to Damian.
Exactly. Well, who isn't?
Well, Jason. He's the only exception.
Oh, true. But yeah, no, if you're not reading Tom Taylor Nightwing, yeah, get on board, because
yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't think there's been a bad one yet. Even when they made him like crossover with Fear State, I'm like, you know what? No, they did a pretty decent job, considering you probably got curveball into this crossover.
Oh yeah, he's like, do I have to? Yes, you have to.
Oh, you know what else I really enjoyed this week? Batman Superman: The World's Finest #1.
Oh yeah, that was excellent. I think that was my favorite DC book this week, honestly.
Yeah, this and Nightwing probably tied for me. Yeah. And stay tuned, kids, on we can do Unlimited Justice, or we can do it here. I don't know, but somewhere on Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks, we're probably gonna be talking to Mark Waid around issue 2. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure it is Unlimited Justice. Be sure to get some.
That's right. So yeah, stay tuned for that, kids. And if you have questions, send them in. But no, I like the story. It's like takes place like in the past, and the art is really great on this story. I saw someone online saying, if you love Silver Age, like the Silver Age stuff, you'd like this, which I agree with, because it's like, it's not, Batman all being a dick to Superman and stuff. Mark Waid actually like wrote them as friends.
Yeah, he's not Frank Miller. He's not the goddamn Batman Frank Miller.
Exactly. No, they even did a flashback within this past story where he shows that, where Batman and Superman kind of worked together for one of the first times, and Batman's like, oh, you had my back, I won't forget this. So yeah, actually rating Bruce like a somewhat decent human being,
which I don't know how I feel about, because he's really not at this point. But
yeah, and he doesn't have like the shorty shorts on, but it was this was supposed to be Dick, right?
Yes, obviously, clearly. That's
what I thought. I don't know. I was just wanting to make sure, because Jason kind of wore the same costume. So, but yeah, that's what I said. That's what I told Kristen. I'm like, just look at the way he leaped back up that building and got in Metallo's face. I'm like, that's Dick.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just a really fun story. If you don't want to worry about continuity, if you don't want a story where these two are actually friends and Batman's not a total dick, yeah, pick this up. And again, it's by Mark Waid, another guy who gets these characters.
Well, yeah, he got a lot of say in the characters back when they actually mattered, back in the 80s.
I know, but I'm just saying, yeah. But also, he's been in there for off and on for how long? Since the 80s. So he gets it. Did you read the new Detective Comics?
Yeah.
1057. Okay. It's like Nightwing gets gassed by Scarecrow, and like 2 seconds later, Batman's like, "Okay, you're out. I'm in."
Yikes!
Damn Batman.
What are we doing? Like,
and I'm like, really? Don't give Scarecrow that Psycho Pirate's mask. Don't do it.
They're gonna do it, bro.
No, I think someone else is picking it up, but I was like, really? We're doing Scarecrow again?
Well, we have to go. It's like a cycle. You know what I mean?
I know, but I'm just like, you know what? When do we see one of the guys we haven't seen in a while? One of these rogues.
Yeah, can I get Clayface, Calendar Man, Croc, somebody?
Oh my god. Can you imagine one of them with that math?
No. No.
And I love how like the various Batman events aren't over yet, and we're already promoting the next one, Shadow War.
Yeah, it's not like I can manage to bring myself to care, if I'm being honest. I mean, we'll cover it, obviously, but I'm
Yeah.
just like, so what?
I mean, I keep meaning to. I mean, I say I'm not interested in the Deathstroke Inc. book, but I really haven't read any
I'm
yet.
interested in it.
What?
Obviously, I'm interested in it. So
Have you read any?
not yet. I was kind of waiting on a few of them because that's just how that goes with books like that. You know.
That's what I'm thinking. I might buy whatever's out now. They get caught up or Shadow War because Black Canary's in it, right? So
yeah.
I mean, if nothing else, we have that.
We'll cling to Black Canary. Hey.
Hey-oh. I was gonna say I was already picking up Batman and the Robin books, so it's like I was already getting that part. So I'm like, I'll pick up some Deathstroke.
I mean, they're really trying to make Deathstroke a thing now, so.
Well, they've been trying that for years. I mean, he's had a book on and off since, well, at least the 90s. But I know New 52, he got a book, and I think they try to reboot that in Rebirth. But yeah, I mean, yeah, they off and on. I think. Did it hurt him that they did that end credit scene and then they never paid that off in the movies?
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
And now they can't even make him look like Joe Manganiello, so.
So Lilith is like,
I mean, they can still make him look like Manu Bennett, but you know, it's not exactly a lateral move, but I'll take it.
And remember, he can get something else, but Joe Manganiello will not get Deathstroke, kids.
Joe Manganiello can get it.
Nobody tell his wife.
The only sack I want to be hit in the face with.
And that's not true because Chris Evans is alive. Hey,
Nice.
It's a giant sized man thing.
But yeah, I mean, oh boy. But yeah, I mean, the detective story's been all right, but like I said, it was kind of dragging for me, and I think it's done at the end of the month. So
cool.
Okay, kids, if you're not watching this on the video, Lilith is shopping on Amazon as we talk about these issues.
Yeah. Modern Bat books are just not the thing, bro. It's not. It's just like I'm so exhausted. I'm a bit fatigued at this point.
Yeah.
You know, like the Nightwing book's cool. You know, like the Legends stuff like that. That's cool. But like those main books, ooh.
Well, it's like it's not just Batman. It just seems like in so many books they're like, oh, they have to do big event after big event, you know, and the stakes always have to be high. No, I mean, look how good Nightwing is, and it's like
it's really slice of life.
It's not always high stakes. No, I mean most of that. I mean, I love the crossover, but most of that Nightwing and Superman crossover was just him talking to John Kent.
Exactly.
So it doesn't always have to be
high. We can't do that anymore for whatever reason. I'm not sure why.
It doesn't have to be high stakes 24/7. Did you read Batman the Night #3?
I like this book, but really, do we really need a Batman prequel? We have covered this so thoroughly.
And again, I mean, I think they're moving on after this issue, but I was expecting that every issue was going to be like a different teacher, a different city. But I mean, 2 and 3.
Yeah, that was the hope, but they've skinned that from us as well.
But like I said, I think he's moving on after issue 3. But I'm sure Ducard's going to pop up somewhere. It's not, later on in this.
I'm absolutely sure of that.
Yeah.
Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
Exactly. But again, I'm giving it a chance because it's Chip Zdarsky, so.
No, yeah, I'm just saying, yeah, it's not exactly what I thought it was, but it's still pretty cool. It's just, but do we really need a Batman prequel?
No, Lilith.
We've plumbed the depths, bro.
Lilith, he's going to be writing the main Bat book, so is some of this going to get mentioned?
Oh. Okay. I mean, make it relevant, make it count.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is this going to be his version of like
when
year
I
one?
Was a young boy.
This is going to be his version of year one that he gets to mention. Yeah.
Nice. Get a little shekel. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Get your shekel, bro.
That's right.
Shekel.
Can I get a ride on your shekel back, bro?
Can we get a ride on your alligator back, bro?
No, I mean, like I said, I like him a lot, and it's just at that point, I just really don't. We don't need a Batman prequel. But if you want to do it for your shekels, go ahead. I understand. I know how the industry is right now. You got to strike while the iron's hot. So do what you got to do, buddy.
And once again, I'm enjoying the art, but I think if nothing else, they've realized that they better put some damn good artists on all the bad books if they're going to pump out 50 million bad books.
Yes. That much I will say they do totally get right every single time.
Well, again, if that's the cash cow, you're like,
I mean, no tea, no shade. You know, Marvel has let some randos on Spider-Man. We're not gonna mention names.
But again, was that during Beyond when we were doing a book 3 times a month?
I'm not talking about Beyond. It's not even modern Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. Oh, back in the day. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's just so not every company.
Brand new day. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, we're on the same page. That's why you're my twin.
I mean, brand new day was bad.
Enough said.
Brand new day was bad enough, but then when you got bad art with it, it's like, oh.
You just don't care about me, bro. They're just like, it's Spider-Man. They'll read it. Screw them.
I mean, I know it's just like, brand new day and bad art.
In the butt is fine.
Give me your money, nerds. It's a shit now.
Oh, I'm gonna wear a gimp mask and murder people.
Truly dark days, bro. We've lived through some dark times.
That was like the plot of half the issues of Brand New Day.
Oh, I'm gonna wear a gimp mask and murder people.
Spoilers.
I know. All right, I'm gonna save the best for last. So, did you read Robin's number 5?
Yeah, no, of course. That and the Batgirl books are like actually shaping up to be pretty cool.
Yeah, because yes, I think it's towards the end of June. Yeah, like I said on Nightwing News, Kristen and I will be covering the whole Robin's miniseries and the whole.
I like when they do the Robin stuff. Honestly, like I think this is literally like every 5 years we have to do this big major Robin thing because there's so many of them.
Yeah, and at least
he's got his own little orphan army.
And at least we're like including Stephanie now. Back in the day,
and Cass. So that's pretty cool.
And, back in the day, they just would have did the 4 boys.
Yeah. Hey-o.
But again, it's Tim Seeley, so I expected quality writing. All right, so since we're going long, last book of the night. Hope you're still hyped for this because I am. Catwoman.
Oh yeah, no. 41 was great.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I really like this art. Like they're really gelling on this a lot more.
Yeah. Again, I mean,
it's Ram, and he takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
So like I think I finally like acquired the taste for him on this book, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it might have taken me 1 issue maybe but yeah, no, I mean, no, this book needs to be getting more attention.
Oh, the art is absolutely stunning. Shout out to who was that? Felipe Andrade. Yeah. I like the art. The cover was absolutely stunning. Pulled me right in this week. I was like, oh yeah, look at you go.
I didn't. Oh, there was variant covers for this.
That's right.
There was an International Women's Day variant. So what? They gave it to Catwoman, but not Wonder Woman, and
because Wonder Woman doesn't matter.
And of course, a movie variant because I think that's why Catwoman got some variants because she was in a movie recently.
But Wonder Woman is a perennial staple. Literally, Linda Carter had to remember.
Oh, I know.
Hey,
I agree.
Why didn't you do anything for Wonder Woman?
I agree with you 1,000%. But I'm just telling you, yeah, there was a movie out this month, so they're like,
yeah. I mean, we could have had another Wonder Woman movie, but
Lilith, if you forgot, yeah, it's on both sides of the back cover, so
exactly.
But yeah, no, I mean, I was in contact with one of Teeny Howard's people, and then they kind of dropped contact, so I don't know if I should reach out again, but
oh, that's a bummer.
I don't know if we scared her off because I was like, here, let me send you some samples of our work. I think I sent her the Annie Chang interview and one of might have been the Jed McKay interview, and then I never heard back. I'm like, oh God, what did we say? I thought we were well behaved on interviews, love.
Well, We are, but like we're actually really mellow and stuff, and some people don't really vibe with that. You know, I get it.
They
don't-
want it to be more controversial?
not controversial, but like more structured and stuff. But like we're like a really chill fan podcast. You know, we're not like business side of it where it's all suit and tie stuff. So some people that's fine. We're not everybody's cup of tea. It's a bummer.
Do you want
the
Charlie?
only person we're really mean to is Bendis. So
I know exactly.
and even that's just tongue in cheek.
Do you want Charlie Esser in a tie? I will get you Charlie Esser in a tie, people. Come on.
Yeah, that's no problem.
I mean, he'll wear as little or as much as you want.
He just shows up and says,
Weird with me
"It
now."
looks pretty. It's fine."
That's right.
But that's a bummer. But yeah, because I thought she had some interesting choices that I definitely wanted to talk about.
Oh yeah, I definitely wanted to talk this book and her other stuff too. But yeah, definitely this book. I mean, I've been collecting the Catwoman book for a while, but yeah, this arc hit. I was like, I mean, like I said, I think I said it before, but like the last arc was okay, but yeah, this one really,
It
teeny
just
Catwoman really
ramped up
ramped it
out
up.
of nowhere. To be honest, I was like, okay.
Mhm. And I thought maybe she had forgotten or DC in general had forgotten the whole thing, but no. I mean, she even mentioned that this issue, how her and Batman are on a break and stuff.
Yeah, we were on a break.
Exactly.
It's like good. You're way better without. And that's the thing that I think I like the most about this book. She's so much better without Batman being around.
Yeah.
He really does hold that character back. He holds a lot of characters back, if we're being honest. He held Dick back for a while and stuff. So
I don't know if it's
a thing.
I don't know if it's when he's here or I think he holds her back when she cares what he thinks. Or when it's like I don't give a f what he thinks. That's when it gets good.
Opposites attract. At some point, you have to outgrow that.
Oh man, you need a choir boy then, Lilith Hellfire.
Yeah.
Oh my. All right. So anything else?
Nope, we're good.
Oh, we'll put that Funko in the shopping cart and let's get out of here. All right.
Sorry, it was work.
She cracks that whip 24/7, kids. They're not allowed to sleep. All right. I'm pulling up the schedule, even though I know next week is episode 69. Batman.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, 69. Oh,
Batman's getting cockholded.
I need a 69. Oh boy. Oh, come on, Lil. All right. So yeah, next week, episode 69. I should let you run that whole show. All right. So Batman, Son of the Demon, the conception of Damian Wayne. And gravity takes its course on that zipper. So yes, next week, Batman, Son of the Demon. And then in 2 weeks, April starts. And first up, Detective Comics 475 and 476. Classic Joker story.
Because you's an April fool.
That's right. And then in 3 weeks, Batman 412. Yes, Batman fights a mime, kids. You got to see it to believe it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. And then Detective Comics 617 the week after, another Joker story. And then to round out the month, Lilith, Detective Comics 647 through 649. Do you know what significance that story holds?
What is it?
It's a Clue Master story, but it's also the first appearance of Stephanie Brown.
Is it?
I believe so. Detective 647.
Okay. I'll believe it.
I believe that's the story where Spoiler shows up there like, who's that?
Okay. Yeah. For some reason, I thought it was like 650 in the 650s.
Yeah, no, it's right before 650. Yeah. All right, kid. Please, Lilith. Again, Seinfeld comic. All right, kids. So, yeah, send your thoughts on all of that. Especially you, Ray. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com. What?
It's not going to hear this.
I know. Justin, Russell, tell him. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow We Are the Night,
the Batman Podcast,
on Facebook, on Twitter. Go join the Batman fan group on Facebook. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Every episode gets a video. See Lilith Hellfire shop online. No.
I wish.
I know. And again, all our interviews are up there. And speaking of which, if you can, please subscribe to our Patreon. Again, we're not rich billionaires. We get to do what we want on the streets. So every little
Who
bit
wants
helps.
to put on a gimp mask and murder people? Help him out, bro.
That's Charlie Esser. I want a 20-foot long cape. So
Also
yes,
Charlie
$3 to
Esser.
$5. Ayo. $3 to $5, or at least want that statue of the 20-foot cape. Ayo. So $3 to $5 gets you the exclusive content, early access to creator interviews. Lilith Hellfire and I talk to Mr. DG Chichester every month. Another one's coming up soon.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
And it's gonna be a Gotham story. So if fans of this show want to tune in and you subscribe to the Patreon, get early access. And only on Patreon, the superhero movie brackets. We're gonna find the worst superhero movie of all time, even if it
Will
kills
Charlie's
us.
nipples be exposed? Will Will's liver fail? And will Phil's head explode? Find out.
Oh my! Oh boy! So yes, please subscribe to the Patreon or pick yourself up some, or you're one of your loved ones. Hey, got a birthday, anniversary, bar mitzvah, anything coming up? Yes, buy yourself some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. The Shaky the Moil.
Oh my God.
All in one place. That's a Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. This might be the episode with the most Seinfeld references we've ever done, Will.
Oh, my poor liver.
Speaking of that, Lilith Hellfire, where can people find you?
If you want to send me any good drink recipes inspired by Batman, feel free to find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire69, and of course on the TikToks, making all the comments. Your post might be next at Lilith Hellfire69. Heyo.
How does she like her drinks?
Very hard, very tempting.
Very hard, very wet, very stiff.
I don't do Twinkies or toaster strudels, so
And my favorite.
somebody's muffin's getting buttered. That ain't my business.
Such a child, Phil. How can such an old man be such a child?
Somebody's dating a former nun, but it ain't none of my business. All right, kids. Remember, come back next week for episode 69. Oh, boy. Batman, son of the demon.
Son of a cockhold. But, you know, it ain't my
Want to know what
business.
position Damian Wayne was conceived in? Tune in next week, kids.
The Devil's Triangle.
Hey-oh.
the Devil's three-way, yeah.
Deathstroke's stinging that katana in. I love how there's so much more story where we just like focus on those couple of pages and there's just them getting down. Hail. Well, not Bruce. Hail.
Talk about your hot Cosby.
Oh my god, that would be the best scene. It's like, why did you tell me about Slade? Well, at least he does foreplay.
Ooh.
Hey-oh. All right, kids. Come
He's
back
got
next
3 kids.
Hey-oh. Come back next time, kids. Same bat time.
Same bad channel.
Where the night.
The Batman Podcast.
Get some Reaper t-shirts, kids.
Into the Dark Knight.